The Wings injury report might be long, but we got a new guy on the show. Ayo.
Oh man, it is.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the DLLS Wings podcast. I promise to talk a little slower this week because I saw one of your guys' comments that said I might drink a lot of coffee. No, it's just the fact that I don't need it before the show. And good news, guys, I had lunch. So I'm going to be calm, cool, and collected on this fine Thursday afternoon. But shout out to you guys for joining us. Thanks for being here. Be sure to leave a like, thumbs up, 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. And by the way, DLLS is less than 100 subscribers away from, what is it, Bobby? 30K?
30,000 big
30,000.
ones
We're
coming
almost
soon.
there.
Right. That's what I'm screaming about. I like, look, I don't think anyone understands. When I was told about the DLLS launch, I was more excited about the DLLS launch than I am for my own PHNX Mercury podcast. Like
Oh,
what they've been building in Dallas is really special. So just get in on it before it's too late. Like you don't want to be one of the last 50,000 people. You want to be one of the first in the 30,000. Like it just make it easy for yourself. But we got a new guy on the show, and you guys already know I'm gonna get into the injury report, CVS receipt, whatever you want to call it here in a little bit. But we got something like a little more positive to talk about today, and so I'm gonna get to that first, and that's our new co-host Ali. Am I right? Right.
Yep. You're on point.
Jawad. Yep, I'm right 2 times.
Yep.
Welcome
No,
to the show, Ali. How the heck are you today?
I am doing great. It is great to be with you guys. Taking a break finally from all the Micah Parsons drama on the Cowboys to join you guys here on the Wings is refreshing.
go.
Not gonna lie, it is refreshing.
Let's go. Finally covering a good team.
Is that what you're calling it, Bobby?
A good team.
A fun team.
There we go. Okay.
I was gonna make a joke about the whole Micah Parsons thing at the beginning of the show, just because I really feel like ever since I've known you guys, all you've known is pain. I mean, in Dallas, it's just heartbreak after heartbreak, and then annoyance after annoyance, and like this news bomb here and this news bomb here, and so I'm really sorry for all of that.
Oh, at least we have the Rangers and Stars. They've given us some reason to smile the last couple of years.
Yeah. I appreciate that sentiment, Erika. Of course, in 2023, the Rangers won the World Series. In 24, well, the Cowboys had a good year that year too, won 12 games. In 24, the Mavs went to the finals, even though they lost. It was still a really good season. And then we made the brave decision to launch DLLS, and since then, everything has sucked so bad. Of course, 2023, the Wings, pretty good team. Okay, pretty good team, right? And then now here we are, 2 years later, just remembering the good old days.
Like the Cowboys.
Uh, yeah, it's really tough to be you guys, but never me. It's never tough to be me. I got two super cool guys here. I'm the mayor of Dallas. Like I got nothing to complain about. And before I get too deep into the show, I do got to give a quick shout out to our producer Elijah. He's behind the Mac today, shooting the X's and O's, driving the bus, whatever you want to call it. But Ali, I did want to give you just a second to kind of share your background, where you come from, because I heard you talking about your rookie of the year candidate, and before we get into it, I want to give the listeners some background so they're not too upset with you.
No, look, I promise to be fair on all ends, but, yes, I was born and raised right here in Dallas. You guys can catch me on the Cowboys pod with Jeff, Jesse, and Clarence Hill, 3 talented individuals. I'm also on the Cowboys beat with the great Clarence Hill as well. This is week 2 for me at DLLS. Glad to be here along these guys. Mention Rookie of the Year. Well, I actually was working this past summer for the Washington Mystics, so we will get to that in a little bit. That was my first exposure of really being around the WNBA and loved it, every single bit of it. This is a great league to be a part of, and just to talk about the women's game and how much it's evolving. I really look forward to discussing it for the first time on this show today.
Period. Oh my gosh. Well, what a fun year to join the Mystics organization in any capacity because I mean, everyone was looking at them like, oh, you're in a rebuild, and oh, have they rebuilt rather quickly?
No, absolutely. And I mean, when you look at the team, and it's a young team, and they have two exciting rookies, Sonia Citron, Kiki Ariafen, two first-time All-Stars, two players that have been breaking records and setting milestones almost every single night. Look, I know the record doesn't speak for itself at the moment right now, and actually they've lost their last four, but this team definitely has exceeded expectations, throughout this season. When you think of, there's really not a veteran player on this team that I would say is like they have a set leader. They have a voice on this team. They did have it in Brittany Sykes, but they traded her away. Signals that, they're continuing to build for the future. But what Sydney Johnson and his crew have done, I think, have really exceeded those expectations. And while it's not there this year, they definitely have a future. That's one thing that they really should be excited about. Let's not forget Georgia Amore as well. She tore her ACL prior to the start of the season. They're going to have her back as well. And she is, I would say, between those three, she's definitely the most exciting personality-wise. So I can't wait to see her bring all that to the court as well.
It is interesting seeing them. Now, granted, they had an extra pick. I mean, an extra 2 picks in the
top three in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And we kind of all thought the Mystics would sort of not be very good this year, and that the Wings might push for a playoff spot, might even make the playoffs. Kind of the opposite has happened. And so even though Erika, I mean, we've spent a long time on the show this season alongside Kevin and Dorothy, who will be joining us in a second, talking about how, like, well, yeah, they got Paige, who's this one great player, but there's a reason they had the number 1 pick last year. It's because they're not that good. And yet, the Mystics, who were right there as well, they were able to make it work without necessarily overhauling. I mean, the Wings made a lot of moves in the offseason, adding Dejanay, adding Alyssa Smith, who are both now gone, adding a couple other players. Some have worked out, some haven't. A lot of rookies, obviously, as well. And it just did not work. And so why are the Mystics able to work as well as they have with such a young team?
On one end, the injuries aren't anywhere as bad. Like, really, Georgia's the only one that she's been out for the year. Like, I know they lost JC Sheldon. She's been out for these last couple of games.
Former Wings great.
A former Wings player as well.
That's right.
Injuries, I'd say, play the biggest role. And when you have so many players out, and as those players come back, you got to think of chemistry. And they develop that chemistry. The Mystics have developed that chemistry being such a young team, and being able to stay healthy throughout the entire season has been a really key factor as well. Another thing that really sticks out with this team is, and I wish I could remember the number off the top of my mind, but they do lead the Mystics. They do lead the WNBA in 10-point comebacks. This is a team that fights. This is a team that I remember a couple weeks ago, we were playing Golden State. We were down 25. Next thing you know, we're down 3. Like, in a blink, we're just right back in this game, a chance to win it. We have seen that too many times out of this team where they are down big, but then they somehow come back and make it a game again. So I'd say the fight, the chemistry, and just being able to stay healthy is something they've had an advantage of over Dallas, particularly in the season.
I just read the news, like, that literally came out as soon as we started the podcast. I'm so sorry for you guys,
Wait
and
a minute.
Wait, you guys don't know?
Hold on a second.
Oh my God, are you about to have to hop off the show?
Please do
not.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Oh my God, dude.
Michael's a Packers. And
all right. You probably got to get off. I think you have to get off the show.
Yep.
Go to work.
Oh my God. Right when I jumped.
Literally, it's just saying, like, oh man, I'm so happy to be on the show. Get away from this circus. Come hang out, talk about the
sorry,
W.
I broke the news. If I would have known you would have had to leave, I would have kept it to myself.
Oh, we were so close to just having a really fun afternoon.
And my phone is blowing up. Oh my God.
I'm serious. Go out there. Y'all are gonna be doing a pod in 5 minutes.
I will see you guys next week. I promise I will see y'all next week.
Oh my God,
man.
dude. That is so funny. I mean, that sucks. That is terrible for Cowboys fans. Like, that is just awful. That is awful. All right. It's terrible day in Dallas. That said,
I really would have kept it to myself if I would have known that about the outcome. Oh man.
Well, now that Ali can't hear me anymore, right? You're gone. Ali, no, he can't hear me. Everything that guy said is a lie. The Mystics suck. The Wings rule.
They're terrible. Yeah. Okay, now that he's not here to defend Sonia Citron, which, listen, we've talked highly of Sonia Citron on the show numerous times, over and over again. To be quite honest, I'm noticing our viewer count going up, and I just know it's because people are coming in here looking for Micah Parsons information. And I'm so sorry to break it to you, but we are about to talk about Paige Bueckers.
Well, I
And
will say
so
this: if you're at our channel waiting for Cowboy stuff, the Cowboys will be doing an emergency podcast. It's going to start in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So if you're here for Micah Parsons, just like don't leave the channel, just go to our channel's page. But if you want to hear about Paige, not the channel, you want to hear about Paige the player, stay right here. Don't go anywhere.
oh man, that is just tough. Well, I'm gonna make my argument for Paige's Rookie of the Year, even though my guy Ali is not here to defend himself, and I do feel terrible. I mean, we basically planned the whole show around him being able to defend his honor and Sonya Citron, and I feel terrible that it's gonna end this way. But that's okay because I'll be
I'm
honest in
sorry. It
that.
will make a really funny clip or short, Elijah, of like him saying, God, thank you for having me on the show. Like, I can't take another day on that beat. And then like 5 minutes later.
And it literally broke at 4 p.m., mind you. Like as soon as Elijah pressed go live, they said, "Okay, let's ruin all these day." And
I don't want to spoil it. Ali would still say that Paige deserves it. That was part of the interview process. I asked him that point blank on the phone. He still would have said Paige. Even though if we would have asked him before the 44-point game, I'm not sure. But Paige gets DoorDash for everybody, and all of a sudden the tune changes a little bit. All right.
yeah, that's true. Well, Paige gets DoorDash for Dash Pastures, but whatever. We'll leave that
That's
argument for another day. But she is doing record-breaking things, and I am of the belief that she'll be unanimous Rookie of the Year. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I don't know if we have an intruder, but she must have heard about the trade news as well. It's just chaos all over the DLLS podcast channel right now, so I apologize. But
Can
I
I ask
mean,
you? Can I ask you
no,
an awards question?
I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want to cut you off if you're talking about Rookie of the Year, but I feel like, I mean, let's be honest. We agree that Paige has that one in the bag.
in the bag.
What I want to hear from you as someone that, I mean, you're literally like you're chronically W online. Like you're just the most online W fan. So, is Paige like how much, I guess, because I think statistically she is certainly makes a compelling case for like all W, not just Rookie of the Year, like the all W team. How much is
No,
the
I
Wings
agree.
record working against her there? Do you think she actually has a case to make that team despite all of the bad that the team has experienced?
I think unfortunately she'll be all W second team, and I do believe it'll be a complete indicator of the team's record. And I think that's unfortunate because Elijah, actually, if you just want to bring up this injury report really quick, if you have it, I'm sorry if I'm putting you on the spot, but yeah, Paige
Ah,
questionable due to illness,
it's too
Louisa
many
out for
words.
her shoulder, Ty Harris out with her knee, obviously, Isaiah James is doubtful with her right ankle, Haley Jones doubtful with her right knee, Erika Gumbawale out, JJ Quinterly still out, and Leah Rue still out. Like
Oh my God, Erika, what is that?
I told you it was the worst, and that's why I needed the picture. Shout out to Joey for this because I literally could not have remembered all of that because that is disgusting. But I mean, it's just been a tough year for the Wings, man. Like, and I don't mean like tough as far as oh yeah, their schedule has been crap, but like when you're getting bit by the injury bug like that, and I mean, let's face it, Ty Harris was supposed to be their starting point guard. Like Paige Bueckers was not supposed to be the primary ball handler. Yeah, she might have been supposed to be the primary scorer, the leading scorer of the team, but I don't think she was ever intended to have the usage rate that she has. And Ty Harris is the biggest part of that. But then you look at the rest of the injury report, and those more than half of those players weren't even on the team at the beginning of the season for starters. That should give you some indicator as to the, what's the word I'm looking for? Where struggles, it's a different word, but trials, tribulations,
Mm,
those types of things.
hmm.
But instead, now you've got injuries on top of people coming and going out of your, team. That's tough. But I've been informed by my good guy Elijah that Dorothy is here, ready to go, and so I need to
Let's
bring her in
go,
because this conversation that I'm trying to
Dorothy.
have is very
Hi,
important.
y'all.
Dorothy
I'm ready to
Gentry, how
go.
the heck are you? Woo!
I was listening. Woo.
Did you see that
Love
injury
it.
report,
Go
Dorothy?
wrong, did go wrong this year for the Wings.
Well, I want before we get into like too much wing specific things, Dorothy, I
Mhm.
actually had something I really want to talk to you about, and it's the CBA renegotiation situation and how it specifically impacts the wings. And I was doing some deep thought before the show today. I was really just sitting in my room in the dark, just staring at the wall and thinking about this CBA situation that has been going on and the Annie Costable, article that was written earlier this week with Front Office Sports and this possibility of a WNBA league-wide shutdown and what that would really mean for the Wings. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of started to panic because, first of all, you take into account how young this team is. And we're talking about a shutdown in October, November time period. So they're not going to be an Unrivaled yet. They're not even going to be at Athletes Unlimited yet. Most of them won't even be overseas yet. And so, they have an opportunity to stay home, build some injury free chemistry. And now suddenly
Right.
they're not able to do that because of a work stoppage. And then on top of it, and the bit, even way bigger piece of it, is the facility. And is the facility going to be halted in its freaking tracks due to a shutdown? And so, yeah, as much as the Wings are actually up in flames right now, because they're ousted from the playoffs, can't get to 10 wins. Life sucks if you're a Wings fan. But oh my goodness, how much more could it suck if the league has to shut down and then suddenly the facility that's supposed to help you attract, competitive
Exactly.
free agents in this wild market that they're about to have, if it stops, like, then what?
I know. I hope they agree to a deadline by Halloween. I think it is trick or treat there, October 31st. Is when they need to have that deal done, or it'll be the first work stoppage in WNBA history. And I think it would have a profound impact on the Dallas Wings because for all the reasons and more that you said, half the team, as you said, weren't even on the team at the beginning. The building of the chemistry, the trust, all of those things has been just so up in the air. um what are they going to do? It's like you want that off season, and it's coming sooner rather than later. You want that off season for them to heal and get themselves together. But then if there's a work stoppage, then what are they going to do? They're just kind of sitting around, hoping that, some kind of breakthrough happens, with the expansion draft and free agency and just all these things going on. And then, as you mentioned, their practice facility and all that's going on with the practice facility issues. They were trying to find a new location in Dallas, and half the city council didn't want it, the other half did. So it's a lot going on. So any stoppage in work for the WNBA, which means they won't be able to do anything. They can't, like you said, go and begin Unrivaled or Athletes Unlimited or any of that. If they're not a league, if they're not playing. So it has some serious ramifications for the Dallas Wings, not just all the teams in general, but definitely the Dallas Wings. If there's no CBA in place by October 31st.
Yeah, it's
Well,
so
and
tricky
I
because they have like I've kind of presented it as almost like it could be a good thing if the cap explodes, right? If the cap goes way up on the other side of whatever happens, because the Wings already have so many players on rookie deals that are kind of locked in at that rate, so they could have a ton of
Yeah.
cap space to only use on like 5 or 7 players or whatever, as opposed to all 12. Or hopefully the rosters do expand at some point. The Wings could
I
definitely use it
hope.
right now if you've seen the injury report,
Mhm.
but in that respect, yeah, it's really tough because like another advantage of having a bunch of players under contract is that they can gel and get better together, but not if they're like legally not allowed to work together.
Right. 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 Player salaries, free agency, draft eligibility, just all the things are affected. So any changes to their core framework, any changes to their core framework, is it's a hard day to be a Dallas Wings fan, just in general. So we'll see.
really hate to bring up ex Dallas Wing Satu Sabali because I know it's a soft spot for you guys, but she's been one of the loudest regarding the CBA and renegotiations, and honestly, she's been one of the more truthful athletes in regards to this whole entire situation. Talking about how the league has been explicit in saying that they don't want them to play in Unrivaled. They don't want them to play in Athletes Unlimited. The reality is they really don't want them to go play overseas. But the truth
Right.
is that if you're not going to pay the players what they're worth, they're going to go get that money elsewhere. And the you see the real time consequences of Unrivaled in a team like New York, who and I'm completely blanking on who it is, but Nigel Laney, who they were completely dependent on in the finals last year, completely dependent on her, and then she gets hurt in Unrivaled and she's unable to play. But Unrivaled is insuring her entire WNBA salary. Is the WNBA going to be willing to insure them in the off season, or even any type of eh,
No.
time? I mean, these athletes aren't
No.
even able to have kids under the renegotiate or the
Right.
current CBA. And I mean, we're talking about young women's livelihoods at stake here. And
I
so,
was about to say their whole quality of life for sure.
right.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
so, I hear Kathy in the concern about the other leagues and what this could mean for the WNBA, but I am a believer of if you build it, they will come. And Kathy hasn't built the right thing, and it's kind of shown over and over again. And I've talked about how the NBA and how the percentages of the ownership really affects the WNBA, and it makes profitability that is everyone's favorite thing to talk about when they talk about the WNBA players wanting to get paid more money. But the truth is, if you're not going to pay them, the product on the floor is never going to get better than what it is. And the product on the
Yeah.
floor has been absolutely fantastic. I've been a avid WNBA watcher for nearly a decade now, and
Yeah.
the product has continued to improve time and time again. And the incoming draft classes are only getting better. And when they can play for 6 to 8 weeks in Unrivaled and make well over double what they can make in the WNBA, it's not a
Yeah.
good incentive to want to play for the WNBA. And so, and then
Right.
the same goes for overseas. I've been talking about this on the PHNX Mercury podcast, but you have to make this not only a league where obviously the Americans want to play in it, but the Spaniards, the people that are living in the UK, the Aussies that are good at hoops, the South Africans, you want everyone to consider this the best league in the world. And right now, I don't know that it can really consider itself the best league in the world because it's not paying the players what they are worth.
It's not. It's not, and it's definitely going to affect the Dallas Wings in terms of being able to manage their roster. Different player acquisitions, retaining players. Then, like you mentioned, the draft eligibility. It could impact the Wings there. They're known for always trying to acquire young talent, but if the rules change, if they update the rules for draft eligibility with this new CBA, then that could affect how they build their roster in the future. You mentioned the quality of life for the players and maternity leave and all these things. It's like it's a hard time right now, and I'm not looking forward to seeing what's going to happen if they don't come up with something and negotiate by October 31st. It's not going to be pretty, and it definitely does affect every team as well as the Wings.
I think it's really important too, and I hope if you're watching the show, you're a WNBA fan, and so you're probably familiar with a lot of this stuff. But I feel like there are a lot of sports fans, and specifically like men's sports fans, that are going to look at any sort of labor dispute involving athletes and be like, "Well, y'all make so much more money than the average person. Like, you're just so out of touch. Like, I'm over here busting my butt every day to try and provide for my family and all these things." And this is over, like, let's say men's NBA players who this labor negotiation is going to determine whether they make 10 million or 8 million or 60 million or 52 million, where it's like, you're still eating good, buddy, no matter what. But in the WNBA, it's a totally different frontier. Like, even if the max salary right now in the W is like $250,000, which is a lot of money, right? Again, that's the max. So not every player makes that much. That is the most that you can make. But just think about, like, Erika and Dorothy, what you guys have been talking about. Like, you can't have a family. Like, you cannot start a family. Whereas, like, a men's basketball player doesn't have to worry about that. I mean, they do if they want to be there. It's different, but like physically, biologically, you cannot do that and still retain your job. And there's very little insurance, and all of the pressure and expectations and rigors and time demands and the strain that you have to put your body through, and just the quality, everything about it. Like, these athletes are much more close to, like, you and me and the people on this podcast than they are to the men's NBA players. And
Everyday
so,
people. Yeah.
financially and lifestyle wise, whereas, they are now starting to sell out 10, 15, 20,000 seat gyms every single night. And like every year the ESPN ratings get higher and higher, and now they're on other networks as well, and those ratings are doing great too. And they're expanding the league to 18 teams over the next few seasons. Like, this is a real legit league. They're making real legit money, and the players deserve a real legit piece of that pie. And so,
Yes.
I would ask, if you're a fan that's in good faith wondering like, why do we care? Why should I care so much about what the players make? They make more than me anyway. Like, that might be true. Unfortunately, the reality is athletes make a lot of money, but what we were talking about goes beyond, it extends far beyond just salary, and is more about security, insurance, the willingness and ability to start a family, which really matters to a lot of people. These are like really fundamental things that we're talking about here. And I hope that people are able to understand that. I'm sure that there are some that aren't, because there are a lot of men in particular, they're like, women's sports, not interested. So I'm just going to be a little gremlin online about it. But like, for fans that really do care and that really do wonder why this is such a big deal, like, hopefully that at least sheds a little more light on it.
I just want to throw in real quick. Remember when Tosh Cloud won the All-Star? Was it the Skills Challenge? Whatever she won, she talked about how that bonus money that she got, she was going to use to help buy a house. That's why she wanted to win it that much. Stuff like that.
Not a second house, Dorothy. Not a house for her friends or her family. Not a mansion. Literally a house for her to live in.
That part, and she said that. She said, this is my down payment for a house. It's like, wow. So what you were just saying made me think about that.
I hate to plug it.
Us, like you said. They're closer to us than we realize.
No free ads, but the episode 2 in particular of the Taurasi doc on Amazon Prime really talks about their struggles playing overseas, and honestly just kind of laying the groundwork for why it is so important to make not only the pay better but the benefits better. And it talks, a lot of people have asked me over the years honestly about why so and so wanted to go play in Russia, or why so and so wants to go play in Israel, or why so and so wants to play in wherever. And
Yeah.
it's not the money, it's the lifestyle. It's living like a professional athlete. And so if you're not able to live like a professional athlete where you're from, you're going to go to a place where you can do it and have a blast. And so, I think it's a stinky situation. I hope the renegotiation goes well. If worst comes to worst, and I do think the worst will come to worst, to be entirely honest with you. I hope we can at least get an extension on the renegotiation dates. Oh my gosh, Fuzzy Bobby is killing me.
A lot of things just happened in here, right?
Oh.
The poor DLLS.
I think the Cowboys crew is so mad that it blew up our camera. Okay.
Oh no! Did something happen with Micah? Okay, I'm sorry. This is Wings.
He got traded, Dorothy.
No way! Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. This is the second time we've broke it on this podcast, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, it happened right whenever we started. And Dorothy, we were supposed to be joined by Ali today, Ali Jawad, who used to be with the Mystics before he came and joined us here at DLLS. And he had to walk off the set to go do the Cowboys emergency pod. So
wow.
So things are going wild around here.
Okay.
But I'll put it this way.
Real-time reaction.
Micah Parsons is making $47 million a year in his next deal. He would have been just fine with any number, with any amount of money. We're talking about players that are trying to earn their keep too now.
With $70,000. Yeah. 70,000. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. That was my real-time reaction. What? Okay. All right. Back to
this isn't no, we've broken more news on this podcast today than we have in the entire DLLS Wings podcast life. So I feel #blessed today. For more breaking Dallas sports news, stick around on the DLLS podcast. We might have more after this quick break here on the DLLS Wings podcast.
Oh, awesome.
Folks, time to talk about a couple of our sponsors here. Let's start with Branded Bills. Whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or even t-shirts, Branded Bills is going to have you covered with both performance and style. College football season starts, I think, like today or tomorrow or something. It's pretty much, it's time to rep your team. All right. And if you're a TCU fan, a Tech fan or a Longhorns fan, they got a partnership with 40 colleges as part of their campus collection. And if you're trying to grow your brand, if you're trying to put something on a hat to turn yourself into a walking billboard, well, hey, get with their design team and they will help you create the exact custom apparel that you need. Maybe we should get some DLLS hats made. How about that, Elijah? What do you think? Think those might look good. So head to brandedbills.com, and use code BBDLLS. Again, code BBDLLS at brandedbills.com to save 15% off your first order today. Let me talk to you about how to save more money all the time with Monarch Money. It's your own personal financial command center. If you've got investments that are all over the place, you got 13 credit cards and it's hard to keep track of all your spending, or if you're trying to save up for a vacation, somewhere to go next summer, maybe even this winter, Monarch Money is going to help you track all of your finances, all of your investments, and it's going to also help you set goals. Say, hey, you want to save a couple thousand? You want to save a lot? You want to save up for a down payment on a house? Well, here's how you can do it. Bobby, stop spending so much on fast food, and how about you save a little cash, okay, so that you can own some property one day. Monarch Money is going to help you with all of those things and a whole lot more. No more guessing, no more hiding, no more just not knowing where your money's going. No, it's all right there in one convenient dashboard. I have loved using it so far, and I encourage you to do it as well. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code DLLS at monarchmoney.com. Again, code DLLS at monarchmoney.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code DLLS.
Are you guys feeling okay?
Feeling okay.
Yes.
I just saw a Micah Parsons fan fall to his knees at Walmart, but we're trying to do our best around here.
Where's the location? I'm sorry. I know this is Wings, but where are they
We're
trading him?
Green Bay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. They got back more for Micah than the Mavs did for Luka. That's all I can say.
I did hear, I know Mayor Erika, I did hear you all talking about Paige's chance or, of being all WNBA team. And I'm actually a
Mm-hmm.
voter, I'm a WNBA voter. And I just wanted to jump in on that right quick. I'm with you. I think the record definitely will hurt. Definitely rookie of the year. I don't even want to have a conversation about that. Um, Odds on
Dorothy, can
favorite
I
for
interrupt
sure.
you for a question? Do you think she's a unanimous rookie of the year, or do you think that she gets a second place vote?
I think she's unanimous rookie of the year.
Gotta be, right?
And
It's gotta be.
I mean, I'm sorry about the Wings 9-30 record, but Paige is the rookie of the year. I mean, a starter in the WNBA All-Star game as a rookie. Um, she's broken a lot of records, set a lot of records for the franchise as well as the W. Individually, she's had a fantastic year. Um, so yeah, unanimous for sure. All in WNBA, like you said, I'm thinking maybe because of the record that may have an effect with some voters. I'm not saying how I'm voting right now. I'm still getting my ballot together. I have a week or two. I have a
So
couple of weeks
Dorothy,
actually.
can we like peer pressure you right now? Can we try and like sway your vote?
Yes, you can. Oh, if you
Well, what would
like.
be so who at the guard position? I mean, there have been a lot of guards in the league that are having great seasons. But like coming into the year, okay, everyone thought Caitlin Clark. Well, she's missed a lot of time. There have been some other guards that maybe not having as good a season as they did in the past. So who is in that mix that could get that first team spot? Like Alicia Gray, I know has had a great season. Would she get first team consideration over Paige, or like where's the cutoff, do you think?
Mm, you said consideration over Page.
Right. Yeah.
If there was like either or.
Yeah. Who are the guards that you think have had better seasons? And Erika too. I mean, feel free to weigh in.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna say that I think she's
Chelsea.
had a better season, but I do think it's been louder and the team record will help her, and it's Sabrina Ionescu. I think
Oh,
she
I didn't think
has,
about. Yeah.
yeah, And, you know, the one weakness she had, which was her mid-range jumper, she worked on it indefinitely throughout the offseason, and it's been looking ice cold all season. And so, you know, I think she'll probably get the nod. If you ask Yahoo Sports, those, I'm sorry to say it, morons over there, they'll tell you that she's like top 4 in the MVP race, which is just absolutely diabolical. But nonetheless, I do think she's earned herself at least consideration for all WNBA first team.
Okay, Sabrina, like you said, Caitlin, because of all the things that she has, you know, all the games that she's missed.
I think Alicia. I mean, so
Kelsey,
our
yeah,
king in the
Alicia
chat
Gray,
says Alicia,
Kelsey.
Kelsey Plum, maybe. So
That's what I'm saying,
our
Kelsey.
king in the chat is Alicia Gray and Sabrina first team, and then Paige and Kelsey Plum second team. I think that would be fair. I mean, Paige's numbers
Yeah.
are better than Sabrina's, but Sabrina's on a great team. I mean, it's so hard to. It's tough. It's really, really tough.
Kelsey.
It's tough for forwards too.
Both
There's just so
Kelseys.
many players having great seasons this year.
It is. And I was saying both Kelseys, you know, Kelsey Mitchell,
Yeah, true.
as well as Plum. So first, second, I'm still deciding. I mean, Skylar Diggins has had a wonderful, you know, had a pretty good season with Seattle this year. Sabrina for sure. Yeah. Jewel, well, yeah. Sabrina, Alicia Gray, but I think both Kelseys, Skylar.
All right, well, Dorothy here and Elijah, go ahead and delete the footage after this. Dorothy, I'll $10. I'll Venmo it to you.
Wait.
Just sneak it right under the table. What do you think? You think we can make it happen? $15
For Paige to
I'll
be
make
all
it 30.
WNBA.
$30.
Oh. Hold on. I have another
Can we
caveat here.
We're doing bribes
Y'all
on
have a
air?
rookie. Listen, I'm just saying, you know, I got an agenda with the MVP race that I am not going to be quiet about anytime soon.
Oh, okay. It's
So,
Alyssa Thomas season.
correct.
Really?
It is Alyssa Thomas season.
Oh,
7 triple doubles. I'm sorry, one, two, three,
yeah.
four, five, six, 7.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So is everybody off
40%?
the feed train?
Listen,
I think fee going down. Yeah, Elijah,
Yeah.
40%. You said she's
they
got
were so
40% of the
good.
triple doubles in history. My God,
Yeah, 40% of league triple doubles are Alyssa Thomas. She
this
has
is unbelievable.
Okay.
22, and
Wow.
7 of
Wow.
them are this year. She's just
Yeah.
and on top of it, listen, this isn't the PHNX Mercury podcast. You know, if you want your Alyssa Thomas content, you know where to find it. But I'll be real with you. She's the first player in league history to have 15 rebounds and 15 assists in the same game.
Yes.
She also is the first player in league history to accumulate 31 assists in
Yes.
back-to-back games. She is just doing it all. Like as much as Paige has been able to do. And listen, I'm gonna need my girl Paige when she's on Unrivaled this year. I need her to the laces with Alyssa Thomas. I inject it into my put it in the syringe,
Woo!
inject it into my veins right now. I need it more than I need air. I'm like literally getting hot thinking about it because I need it more than I need air. Um,
Mm.
and I need Alyssa Thomas to just not that Paige isn't a great facilitator, but just imagine after she learns from the engine for 1 year. Oh my God, the player she will be, man. Give it to me. Give the people what they
So
want.
yeah, okay. So I think that the feed was definitely up there, like the whole first half of the season, All-Star break, all of that. And now Alyssa Thomas has definitely, you know, kind of, I think, usurped her. But there's some other mentions of, you know, Paige and Brianna Stewart and others in the MVP race. But
Asia,
so yeah,
obviously, too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Asia, of course,
Paige for sure.
always Asia perennial for sure. But Alyssa Thomas, yeah.
I thought Bobby said Paige.
Oh, well, Paige, obviously. Paige is number
Oh yeah.
one.
I'm like,
Okay. Asia Wilson
yeah.
making a compelling case for second place in the MVP voting, according to the DLLS Sports, DLS Wings podcast. Alyssa
Why
Thomas,
not?
third.
Who? Okay, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy.
Satu, 300th. Okay, she's like right in there, right in
There's
there.
not even 300 players in the league.
Just
Like
right
you're
in the
listing
mix.
her
All right,
after
but we're including
free
future
agents?
expansion. We're including roster growth, all that stuff.
Put Veronica Burton up
But
there.
Okay,
but right
that's
now,
a bridge too far.
but,
All right.
but right now it's a total 3-woman race, you know, between Fee and Asia and Alyssa. Now, you know, being out a couple of weeks with the ankle injury may affect Nafisa. I don't know, but even then, Asia still is second in, you know, in the conversation over Alyssa. You know, so I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Well, I'm glad. I'm gonna have to have Dorothy on the PHNX Mercury podcast so that I can just make my case a little stronger. You know, like
Ooh.
I can bully her a little more. But you know, because it went so well for us last week, I figure why not just get to the super chats? You know, I think it's always a great time for super chats on the DLS Wings
I
podcast.
Go
met you.
classics.
Yes.
Let's go classic Stang lover.
I met Classic. Hi, Classic. Did he tell
I
you?
should have. Wait, I should have had Elijah get the picture of you two ready to show it to the class
Yes.
because
Oh, do y'all meet at the Wings game?
wait,
Yes,
yeah,
twice.
let me
Oh,
see
let's
if I can get it
go.
real quick. Bobby, you want
That's
to
my
read the
dude now.
first super chat so I can get this picture?
Sure, yeah. So
Hi, Classic.
first one from Classic Stang lover 499. Last night was the best of nights and the worst of nights. Where one Sky win or one Wings win from the best odds, and the worst two players went down.
Yeah.
I think. Do you mean by Paige going down? But here's the deal: a little optimism in there. Okay, the Wings they're very close to locking up the best odds at the number one pick. All right, I appreciate the optimism. It is a very tight race. I think he's right. I think it's one game separating the Wings at number one from number two. Let me pull up the tankathon. Yeah, so the Wings are 9-30. Their 2-year cumulative is 228 winning percentage, which is not great. Again, reporters tell me that the Minnesota Lynx own the Sky's pick in this upcoming draft, that should be illegal. They need to investigate that. Kathy, get on the scene here. And they have the second best odds at the number one pick. So it's very likely that the Lynx could end up with the number one pick in the draft, which is that's illegal. And then number 3 belongs to Seattle by way of LA. So how about that? Two playoff teams are going to be battling it out with the Wings for the number one pick in the draft.
Right.
Unfair.
Oh boy.
Unfair.
Wait, I gotta ask CSL if it's okay if we show this picture first. You know, I'm the type of girl that does ask for consent. You know, so
Okay, that's true.
I gotta make sure before we show the pic. But then my guy at Classic Thing Lover, he says, "Great week. Got to meet and talk to all the great hosts of the DLS Wings. For that matter, all of them, all the great ones."
Except for
Oh,
the mayor.
all the locals. All the locals.
I have a tear forming in my eye right now. This hurts my feelings. This
We had a
goes
few
deep.
diehards come hang with us at the studio earlier this week. We watched some Mavs film, talked to little Mavs, talked to little Wings, hung out, and well, wait a minute. Next super chat, $1.99. JK Erika, but gonna fly to Phoenix. Do the Wings don't head to Phoenix anymore this year? Do they? Are they done?
No, and actually, if I was a better planner, I would have anticipated the final Wings game of the season versus the Mercury at home, and I would have booked my flight in advance. But you know, as I recall, and like this is no tea or shade to DLLS because you guys know, I mean, you literally heard me talk so glowingly about you at the beginning of the show, but like we did get a little bit of a delayed start. So my planning for the season had kind of already been done. And then I saw the Wings play and I was like, dang, do I really want to pay money to go see that team?
Oh wow. SHADE.
Like I could do it I'm sorry. I don't make the rules, man. I just make sure they're enforced.
Oh man. Well,
that's tough.
Like
if there is a season next year, then maybe
I think she's disconnecting.
Uh-oh. Who
I'm
is?
No, I'm
disconnecting.
here.
Erica, for that comment.
I was gonna say I'm here.
Erica's being
No.
disconnected for that comment. Oh, we are experiencing connection issues with Erika here.
It's not me this time.
Whoops, we accidentally deleted her Slack account. Okay. Next one, classic single over $4.99, one DLS rule, no step stools or ladders to sign the diary. Yeah, that's right. So right on the other side of this bookshelf, there's a giant pillar. It is like the thing that holds up the ceiling in our office. And so all the diehards that come through the office now, we're gonna let them sign that pillar. And our guy, classic Stang Lover, is he's 6'7", okay? And he's got wingspan, he's got some reach. And so he reached up, like I would need like 3 ladders to get that high. And he reached up and put a signature even above where we wrote diehards. So he's lording over all of us here in the studio. It is very impressive.
Awesome.
I'm jealous of all the
man
Oh.
diehards that got to come. It looked like a really fun time. I'm not gonna lie.
It was fun. It was a great time. We got to do it again. And then the last one, don't make me mad. Okay. $4.99. Seager and Simeon both got traded to the Yankees. No, okay. They're both just shut down for the season because the Rangers are trying to lose too. All right. Everyone is just trying to lose. Okay.
Man.
The Wings trying really hard to lose. The Rangers are trying to win, but they just keep losing. The Cowboys exist. All right.
Yeah.
We're going through it right now. Take it easy on us.
You know who's not going through it though?
The Mercury?
Classic Stang Lover.
Oh,
No,
that's right.
I'm guys, I'm not rubbing it in.
Oh.
No. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. It literally made my whole day when I got this picture in my DM. So shout out to Classic Stang Lover. Shout out Dorothy Gentry for being the
Shout
cutest
out.
people on the face of the planet.
Oh, hi. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, we can't do this without you guys. So I know I'm not there, but it does mean a lot when, especially when you guys are DMing those pictures to me. I'm like, dang, you really want me included. Like, you think you really want me included. So more than Bobby, because Bobby didn't invite me to the Die Hard event. So,
That's right.
okay. Don't rub that in. Okay, I'm not mad about it, but let's move on because the Wings are about to finish on they're not going to finish because they do have to finish up with the Mercury at home, but they go on a little 4-game road streak right here.
Yes.
And considering we just saw them lose last night to the Connecticut Sun, which I'm not going to lie was probably the most crushing loss of the entire season.
Yeah.
You lose by 6, and to be honest with you, you put up 95 points and you lose to the freaking Connecticut Sun. Like, that's what stings. And so, yeah, it's a stinky situation. My question for both of you is because I think we both thought it was going to happen over the last week. When does the 10th win come?
Double digit wins. Where is it?
That was the game. That was the game I had circled last week. But to be fair, okay, Paige didn't play. I didn't know that. If I could take a time machine anywhere, all right, first place I'm going is last week's show. Say, don't pick them to win that game. That's not going to happen.
It's not a DeLorean.
Dang.
You can't go back in time. Sorry.
We can't know it all, Bobby, but that's okay. I think the 10th win is still going to come.
They were okay. I mean, 6 and
Guys,
13. I'm not trying to make fun of them or whatever, but 6 and 13, like at that point, I think Dorothy, though, you came on the show around that time, and we were like, look, I mean, they could. That's whenever I said like, okay, coming out of the break, like you just win some games, like okay.
Right. Get the ball
6 and
rolling.
13. They're 3 and 17 since then. I mean, this is just they were 8-19. They've lost 11 of their last 12. I mean, it's just completely. It's just so over.
I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, we got to get to 10 wins just because, Now, I did ask last night, both Haley and Coach. I said, with the last few games here, how do you approach them? What's the conversation in the locker room? How do you prepare? What are you thinking out there? And they're not mailing it in now. He said they're continuing to to work their hardest, to try their best, to build systems to prepare for the future while still playing the games right now. They're still locked in and everything. And, that's what they said. So I need 10 wins. And I think it'll come before their last home game. One of these 4 games on the road trip.
I'm glad you don't think they're going to win that home game.
I didn't say that. I said it could be 11 wins before the season's over, but the
Oh
10th
man.
win will come
I just
before that last home game.
where I mean they just play all the teams that are going to win the title. Like they got to go to Atlanta, to
Yeah.
Minnesota. They play Phoenix. Granted, at Golden State, at LA. But if
But they're
like
spoilers.
if
But
Paige doesn't play,
they're a
I'm
then
gonna
spoiler
say
right
it.
now.
It's the Paige Bueckers lick back game when they play the Sparks because she scored
Yeah.
44 freaking points and they couldn't win the game. And so I think, maybe Serena Sundell is the solution. And now they got Serena and they're going to win the game. All in the name of Paige's 44 points.
she might not even play. Paige might not even play those games. Like we saw the injury report. Like their whole team is like
Yeah.
their whole team should have come on the show
That's
today.
like
They could
10
have all been
days.
here hanging out with us.
To be
Right.
honest, yeah, they could have. They probably would have had more fun too.
Yeah, it's pretty dire. Just like I said, what could go wrong did go wrong. It's like, wow, you know, the whole face of the team. We call, well, not we, but some people call, oh gosh, Anthony Davis street clothes. There were nothing but street clothes on the bench with the Wings, and it's so unfortunate because the talent that's there. They didn't get a chance to show. Ty Harris, I heard you mention her earlier. From the very beginning, out the entire season. It's so unfortunate. We didn't get a chance to see her do her thing next to Paige and Erika, and it just didn't work out this season. It just didn't work out. It's
Plastic Sing
nobody's
Lover
fault.
with the It's not. Plastic Sing Lover with a buzzer beater super chat though. 10th win next year. He's a
Oh wow,
They're gonna start 10-0 next year. All right, by like our
the
third show, we're gonna be like, oh,
shade.
they already got there.
Oh my
first
gosh.
cold open of the season, undefeated. Who says no?
Hmm. Were they this year? No, they were 0-3, right? But then they
Yeah.
won a couple in a row. Times were
Yeah, they
good
did.
for like a
Um,
second.
Yeah, for a
they
minute. Yeah,
started the
they
season
started
0 and
winning.
4.
Yeah, they were okay. So they won. They were 1-11, and then they
Uh-huh.
won 5 out of 7. And at that point, we were
Right,
like, all right, this team can play. Like they're figuring it
right,
out,
right.
And then the season kept happening. Unfortunately,
Yeah, the season kept happening. Yeah.
they made them
Man.
play more
Well,
games.
guys, I'm not as pessimistic as this podcast has been, and I feel like it has been one of our downest. But I mean, who can blame us? You're 35 now, away from 30K. I'm no
Are we?
longer pessimistic. I'm so
Come
excited.
on.
Wow,
Wow.
Mika Parsons getting
Let's
traded was
go.
actually excellent for the DLLS
Let's
Sports channel.
go.
So
Yeah.
shout out to the Cowboys, the Mavs, and honestly the Wings for just doing absolutely ridiculous things to bring more eyes to this incredible family we have here on
Yay.
DLS Sports Network.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm,
So
I'm sure
there's 2
Bobby's going to
weeks. There's
plug the
2 weeks
diehards
left in
real
the
quick.
season. There's
Oh
2 weeks
yeah,
left in the season. What are we watching? 'Cause, I mean, we just we're it's just gallows humor. We know like the season is pretty much over and all the players are
Yeah.
out, and I mean they got to do what
Yeah.
they got to do to get ready for next year at this point. But
Yeah.
Dorothy,
Yeah.
what are you watching for, and what would you recommend Wings fans watch for over these last 2 weeks, considering all the players that might not play anymore?
That's a loaded question. What are they watching for? Just I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that right now. Just continue to support the team. They talked about it last night, Haley, and continue to support the team. Just watch for. I'm wondering about Erika. If she's just going to go ahead and be shut down. They haven't said that officially yet. So I'd watch to see if will they let her come back for a game. Maybe the last home game. I don't know. So I'd watch for that. Um, I like the way that Isaiah James has come in, and with JJ being out for the season now, I continue to watch her development. She's very good. She's very good. Continue to grow and develop, so I'd watch for her. Definitely keep an eye on the whole coaching situation. Um, just keep supporting the Dallas Wings. Keep doing what you're doing. It's We may not see. Well, Paige, she was actually going to play yesterday, but I think she was a last minute scratch. So I don't know about that situation. I would continue to watch Maddie. She's doing well. I don't know.
I'll
I'm
tell
at a
you what to
loss.
watch for. You need to watch to see who's going to sign with Athletes Unlimited and who's going to sign with Unrivaled, and figure out how we're best going to watch those leagues. Because
Okay, so
that's, I
you just
mean,
moved on. You just moved on from
well,
the
I
W.
mean, dang. Well, no, I'm not moved on. I still got. One of us still has the playoffs, but
Oh,
Oh,
I
Mayor!
was.
okay.
Wow.
They win a couple games. Alyssa Thomas gets like a few triple doubles, and all of a sudden now you're
Oh,
just on top of the
I thought
world.
we were friends.
Alyssa Thomas gets
Wow.
like one triple double. All right.
Shots fired. Uh-huh.
No, I'm gonna clip uh Dorothy finding out about the 7 triple doubles, and then everybody will know. That's when everybody will know that she's the real MVP. So shout out
Mm,
to you guys for
Yeah.
just making so much clippable content today.
indeed. Indeed.
I was just trying to ask a question when he said, what to watch for. I was trying to give them something to hope for. I didn't want to just say something else, random, but yeah.
Well, I mean, there could be hope, but I don't blame Wings fans for not having much of it right now. I think it'll get better though, and the draft pick, whoever it may be, because we ain't getting into that today on the DLS Wings podcast.
Woo,
It's probably going to
no.
be a fantastic pick, and they're going to mesh so well in Dallas. It's not even going to be funny, man. We're just going to be on this podcast talking about, man, the team chemistry. Where did this
That,
come from? They're so great. Chris O'Connor has
yes.
never done anything wrong. He's a great coach. He schemes incredibly well. Oh my gosh, Kurt
Yeah.
Miller, that guy can scout scout
Woo!
talent. Holy cow. I'm
Let's
really looking
go
forward to
win.
the undefeated Dallas Wings in 2026.
Calling it
That's the
now.
spirit. I advise
Calling it
people
now.
against whatever you've been huffing. All right, maybe it's hopium, maybe it's something a little different, but
Hopium.
just be careful. Just be careful, folks.
Be careful with that hopium.
That's right. Be careful with that hopium.
Well, it has certainly been a show here on the DLS Wings podcast today. I know for sure that we'll be back with you guys next week.
Oh no, we lost it for real?
We really did kick her off the show. It was like that's too much AT for MVP propaganda. Let's see if we can get Erika back. But I have a hunch. I have a hunch that Erika was saying that we'll be back next week for sure. But then here's the deal. 2 weeks from today is the Wings' last game. Okay,
Yep.
like the season is over. The regular season is over. And so unclear if we'll do a show that day or if we'll go ahead and wait to do it the following day to do like a whole kind of, hey, now that it's over, season recap kind of thing. Oh, there she is.
There she is.
What
Wasn't
happened?
me.
Work.
You've been
getting phone
silenced. That's
calls.
what happened. Elijah took
just glad
matters
it
into
I'm
his own
tired of
hands.
being silenced.
I'm just glad it wasn't me this time with the phone, with the trouble, with the phone trouble. Oh no, now we can't.
Oh no, you're on, but you've been silenced again.
I'm not having a fun time. Now I am having some technical difficulties. Wow, this is what I
Oh
get
no.
for pushing my agendas on the DLS Wings podcast.
Yeah.
I've
That's
been
right.
punished enough, Elijah. You don't have to do it anymore. Please stop muting me. I'm a nice person. But anyways, we'll be back with you guys next week. Yeah, he's right. We're not going to do the season recap too early, but it is going to come. Don't you guys worry. And then
Yes.
honestly, I think we should do like a fun little superlatives situation, you know? What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
for sure.
Okay,
I'm in.
perfect. I'm
I'm
glad
in.
we can all agree. All right. Well, you can follow us on Twitter at the DLS Wings or at underscore. Oh my goodness, DLLS underscore Wings. And then Classic Stanglover says, "Can I be a Foster PHX fan?" You sure can, as long as you help me with my agenda. Anyone's welcome on the wagon. I'm loading it up as we speak. There's a game tonight, party people. Let's get going.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
But we'll see you guys next Thursday, probably at the same time. Don't
Go
go
Wings.
anywhere because I'm sure the DLS Sports channel is still literally live at this current moment.
Oh,
So
they are.
literally just stay
They're
on the
very
channel.
sad, like 10 feet from me. They're having the worst time. It's very funny.
Just go join them. Help them. You know, they need it. They deserve it. But we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Go Wings.
We all silly like the mayor.